Okay, so when you were there, you were having couscous.
I only had it one day on a Friday because they only have couscous on a Friday.
So they have it on a specific day.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. That
must we also have a pub day where
maybe we should have. Which day would you pick?
Friday.
Oh,
obviously,
wow.
Shai Prai, you know. Would you consider being coconut a culture?
Would I?
Yeah.
I guess it's a culture. It's a culture of its own. The nice thing about culture is that we can make up our own culture.
You can make up your own.
Yeah. For me, culture is everything and everyone.
Can't ask you that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna insert cricket sounds just now. Welcome to another episode of Sounds Good Enough. Today I have a very multi-talented, multi-vested art person, and she has so many titles. If you go through her Instagram, you won't know what she actually really does. But
wow.
Yeah, but yeah, very exciting person to talk to. And for the people who are watching who would like to know, who is Zoleka?
Yeah, this question is always
deep,
hard to answer. Like when you think of it, it sounds very simple, but it's actually very hard.
Yeah.
My name is Zoleka Monta.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in South Africa. I am a youth activist. You know, that's like an umbrella to so many other things that I do. I'm a creative, multidisciplinary creative.
Okay.
There's a lot that I can mention, but I have passion for helping people, for humanity.
Okay.
I have passion for unity as well. So I am anti-xenophobic. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we love our African. And,
yes, I am an African queen. I believe that Africa makes me as a person altogether. So yeah, that is me. Otherwise, like just on a personal level, I love working out.
Sure.
I love anything that has to do with art, like putting mood boards together, collages, painting. Again, the list goes on and on. But
you can see, I mean, you have a very interesting top.
Oh, wow. So I love color. Like I have a very
the flag
colorful
of South Africa there. Yeah. That's actually
life.
Really cool. Huh?
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what does culture mean to you exactly?
Ooh. See, now, I ask people those questions. Now you are asking
on the other end.
Culture to me is a lot of things, but I would say it's a community, right, of people, of diversity. It's community, different things that make people of a certain group like unique or identify
who they are, basically.
Who they are, like identify with that certain culture. So that's what culture means.
And to you, like, what would you say? How would you like express yourself in terms of like your culture as you and
my culture? Okay, I'll just give you a background. It's been very, very tricky with me and culture.
Sure.
I say this because, like, I went to school in Joburg in South Africa, and it was very hard for me to like be a part of any cultural group during cultural day because I'm a very diverse person. My parents are also diverse. You know, I've got a bit of Malawian in me. I've got a bit of Swati in me. I've got a bit of Zulu and Xhosa because my name is Xhosa. So it was very hard to
just pick one.
Yeah. But I think as I grow up,
But don't you think that's like how most of us are to some extent?
No, everyone is connected. Everyone is part of the same group. But then, you know, people of other countries think they're better than people from other countries. Whereas if I go to another country right now, I'm a foreigner in that country, you know?
Yeah.
So it's weird. I don't know why people think like that. But to answer your question, how I express culture. It's to understand that people are diverse, and just because I believe in something or I believe in a certain culture doesn't mean that it's not culture to another person. So I believe in embracing culture in everything that I do with every person that I interact with. Yeah.
Would you consider being coconut a culture?
Would I?
Yeah.
I guess it's a culture. It's a culture of its own. The nice thing about culture is that we can make up our own culture.
You can make up your
own. For me, culture is everything and everyone. That's what makes up culture all together. So yeah.
Speaking about coconut, right? Growing up in South Africa, the main, like the main sports, right?
Yes.
It's always been like soccer, netball, but recently now there's been like a surge in terms of like NBA and basketball.
Yes.
More people are getting into that. They,
100.
watch more. It's no longer just two sports. There's other sports as well. Would you say? How did you figure that you wanna be more towards like the
basketball side?
Yeah, which is more considered an American and less of a South African.
So how it all started, it started with the fashion part of things.
Sure.
So I was obviously into Jordan 1s.
Okay.
And then the first pair that I bought was a special edition of, it's called A Star Is Born, right?
I don't know it.
Yeah, I know you don't know it, but it was based off Michael Jordan.
Okay.
One of Michael Jordan's first games and how he... actually it was based off a cover on Sports Illustration.
Okay.
Yes, so the colors were inspired by that. Inside the shoe's written A Star Is Born. Okay. So I wanted to know more, obviously, who is Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
And I started doing my research, and I also watched a documentary called The Last Dance.
Okay, which is based on him.
On basketball. It's based on Michael Jordan until his last game.
Okay.
Yeah, in the NBA. So, yeah, I was very interested in that, and I think I just fell in love with that. Previously, I was into netball, I was into athletics. But, most of the time, basketball is associated with males. So... yeah, I just felt like, okay, I'm not into soccer at all, so basketball is where I think...
The next step.
And also with basketball, there's a bit of fashion there. There's a bit of... it's everything in one. It's sports, it's fashion. So I felt like I connect more with basketball than any other sports.
No, not netball?
I do connect with netball. I would still love to play netball, but... career-wise and also just interest-wise, I just found basketball to be a very interesting sport.
And how did you get into being part of the NBA? I don't know what exactly you were doing there.
Oh, yes. I was doing social media coordination for NBA Africa Store. So I was in retail, but mostly focused on NBA and Shesha.
Okay.
But NBA mostly.
So is it something that they called you up to do, or you had to go and, apply? Or
Okay. In my network, a friend of mine sent me the post and suggested that I apply for it because I have a bit of knowledge in social media coordination or brand coordination and also in basketball. So because the post wanted someone who has knowledge on basketball and also someone who has knowledge in brand coordination. So I happen to be the perfect fit.
The perfect fit, yeah. And you ran with it.
I ran with it. And it was a beautiful experience. I really enjoyed because I also learned a lot within that space just in terms of basketball. Yeah.
And would you say it's, predominantly basketball is played by, black people, and as much as, yes, it's an American thing, but it also is African to some extent.
BAL now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm, but I'm saying it's more predominantly American and to some extent, as much as, like I said, like as much as they are as black as us, but we kind of hold them to a, like, you know, like, yeah, like they are more, how can I say, not more white, say that, but more like they're not African like us, you know. They don't
it's
go
more
through
Western,
more Western, and speaking about just being also African as well, like I know you're a very well traveled person. You've been to
manifesting.
Oh, but you've been to so many places. I was going through it.
Not really. I am still going to travel a lot of places.
Compared to the like most people, you've been to a lot of places.
Do you count South Africa?
It does, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have been to a lot of places.
You've been to a lot of places. You were at last time we spoke. You were
in Morocco. I was traveling to Morocco.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many people can say they've been to Morocco? Yeah. Wow. So going through those different countries and obviously experiencing different cultures, you know, different race, different whatever, right? How important is it to you to being African, like seeing how different the world is? Yeah.
I haven't traveled outside the continent.
Okay.
But I can tell you that cultures are different.
Hey, so Morocco is, for some reason,
Morocco is in Africa.
It's in Africa.
It's in North Africa. It's in North Africa. And crazy that you say that.
For some reason, I'm thinking it's not in the European side, but actually, yeah, I'm thinking it's in more towards like, yeah.
Or is it because I connected in Paris?
Okay, yeah, it could be that. That could be the case.
But Morocco is in North Africa, so it's actually very, very close to the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
Actually, when you're there, you can.
So it's like right up there in Africa.
Up there, yeah, close to Paris, opposite Spain. You know, those type of things. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still in Africa, but it's very different, right? Because they don't have bab.
Yeah.
In Morocco, they don't even know what bab is. At least we can say, okay, their meal, the only meal that I knew that they also have is couscous.
Couscous, yeah.
Only. I
saw couscous actually yesterday. It was a colleague of mine who had ordered it. It looks weird. It's like it's flat. It looks like poo too, but
it's a very ricey.
Yeah, very ricey poo too. Yes, okay, so when you were there, you were having couscous.
I only had it one day on a Friday because they only have couscous on a Friday.
So they have it on a specific day.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. That
must we also have a pub day where
maybe we should have. Which day would you pick?
Friday.
Oh,
obviously,
wow.
Shai Prai, you know?
I would pick Saturday or Sunday.
Not Friday.
Saturday is the best because we can have Ibrai, but you know.
Marakara Friday, that's when people want
many people would die if we would do that. Like, many people would die. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Morocco, I haven't really been outside the country, but I mean, maybe the question should be being South African, like how important it is. Yeah. Compared to.
I learned a lot, right? How I don't even think Moroccans consider themselves Africans, but it is what it is.
It's kind of like how Egyptians as well. They're also,
it's that type of a thing. It's an Arabic state. What I loved about it is that alcohol is not in excess. Like, you hardly see alcohol in Morocco.
Really?
Yeah, and not all restaurants serve alcohol, which I wish they would apply here in this country because a lot of young people are dying because of alcohol. Really? Not dying, like,
okay, but it causes death. Yeah.
Siyapuza.
Yeah, no, here we drink in South Africa.
I'll include myself because I am a young person in this country and I'm concerned. Yeah, siyapuza, it's not good. It's not that good.
But you get, what's that country, man, where they drink until they, is it those white guys, man, that drink with those big jugs and, which country is it? They drink like crazy and, you know, not Texas, it's in the European part.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
But my thing is, for us, it's actually
Swiss, yes.
Switzerland.
Swiss, yes.
Oh.
They drink like crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but do you wanna compete with them
No,
with alcohol?
no. My point is,
with things that are building us.
My point is, I mean, you're saying people are dying because of. I don't think the death rate there is as.
It's not like dying, but I'm just saying it's killing our youth in a sense of opportunities are missing us. We are not focused on the things that we should be focusing on. That will yes, we love being out there, which is not a problem because we are young, but there must be
it's a balance.
There must be boundaries onto it. Like, I don't believe that as a young person you should be going out every week.
Yeah, no.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But I'm not judging anyone because I don't know, like other people go out because it's work to them. Other people go out because they just cannot stay in their houses. They are extroverted. But yeah, I think there must be a balance because it disempowers you. Alcohol disempowers you. You make a lot of bad decisions when you're drunk. Some of them are unreversible. So
a lot of financial
decisions. And then we come back and we're like, unemployment, youth unemployment, you know. But what are we doing as young people? Like, why are we not coming up with things that we can do on the weekend that will give us more money?
But they say people use it to kind of forget their problems, you know?
So that's the problem. Why are we not facing the problem straight? It's a problem. But you're using it as an escape. It's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah. Anything that you use as an escape besides gym is a problem.
So yeah, all you gym goers, keep going.
Yes.
No, but yeah, definitely, because even I truly love, like, if I feel a bit weird, if I need to, like, you know, de-stress, the gym is by far like the best place.
Then we can literally just go to the gym if we wanna avoid our problems. And trust me, it's way better. Because with alcohol, you drink it, you still have more problems even after drinking. The following day,
they're worse now because now you even have a babalaza.
And you're checking your accounts, it's like, oh no, they double. So yeah.
Okay. So I also see that you are someone that works with a lot, like it's gonna be very African themed, your interview, because you're a very African person. So when you choose brands as well, do you also look at that, like how much they serve? I actually learned recently with Hennessy that they, you know, back then when there was like a lot of like racism, they'll take black people to school and all sorts of things. Yeah, I was like, wow, I did, because there was but I saw it on TikTok, so I don't know what's the validity of it. So, but basically someone was saying, like, as black people, we need to stop drinking Hennessy. And then someone was like, no, you're true. Yes, it is damaging us, but Hennessy is one of the brands that really stood with black people through most of the time.
Hip-hop is a black people genre.
Yeah.
And it was made up of Hennessy. Yeah. And NBA.
And NBA as well, yeah. So it does kind of make sense what that guy was saying. So, like, is that something that you also look at when you choose brands to work with? Like, is it going to help us as black people?
That's a very good question. Not really, but one way or another, I end up meeting brands that align with what I am about. Yeah. Which is very important to me. Not necessarily that I go into a brand looking at what they are doing. Like, I look at what they're doing because of what I'm doing and if it aligns in that sense. So, for instance, when I was still with NBA Africa store, I went in because I have an interest in basketball.
Okay.
So
it's not necessarily because it serves African.
No, I didn't go there saying I'm the one going to NBA to look for a job or any other brand that I've worked with. Like, I'm just looking for a job like any other young person.
Okay. But my question is, does it help that it's a brand that helps, you know, like
100? I think you need to be very intentional. In everything that you do. Like the brands you partner with, the people you partner with, the partner you are dating, be intentional about it. The friends you make, even. Be intentional with what you're getting from there.
Sure.
Because if we're not aligning, then we're always going to be fighting.
True. We definitely are. And I think that's a very important thing that you just said now with the being intentional, because I do feel like sometimes we just do things for the sake of doing them, and we don't think about the outcome. We don't think about like, how is this going to help me out in the, I think one of the things that I do, especially now, like I used to go out, especially when I used to go out just to have fun, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I also realized I could also go to like events where I can actually go and talk to people. Exactly. I mean, even you.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. That's the intention. Even with going out, I'm not saying young people shouldn't go out. Fun. But then if you're going out, there must be something that you want to go out.
Yeah, definitely.
Networking, talking to people, maybe it's the only social life you have, then that's okay. But nakona, are you drinking? Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah, you go to...
I don't think people nowadays can have fun without alcohol.
Yeah, it's very weird, eh?
It's very strange.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like there used to be a time, especially with me when I was in varsity, because in varsity I didn't drink I drank towards like late, like when I was about to finish varsity. But my first few years in varsity, I didn't. And like even the people I hung out with, they did it, and we had so much fun. It was less money spent. It was less babalaza. It was less drama. It was just pure fun. And yeah, I think we've kind of lost that, having that.
True.
Let's go.
I know I'm here. Happy Freedom Day, by the way.
Yeah, Happy Freedom Day. Isn't it crazy? I actually found out that it's Freedom Day today from my barber, and he's Congolese. And I'm like, yo, I'm not so in tune with my South African holidays.
Wow. I'm saying all these things because, like, I hope one person, just one, I don't want a lot. Okay, you can be a lot, but at least that one person who will listen to this interview.
Sure.
I want them to realize how damaging, alcohol and drugs are to our youth, to us as young people. And I'm speaking as a young person in South Africa. So
you want to be an advocate for that?
Yeah, I am.
Try to push.
I'm an advocate for no alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
Drink wine once in a while. I'm kidding. Not everyone is into wine, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no drugs, guys. No Hennessy. No
you're
whiskey.
making it sound so deep, guys. Do what you want to do with the information.
Just drink water. Just drink water. You'll be fine.
Do what you want. Yeah. That's all I will say. Okay. But what I'm saying, these are my views. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to speak about you, and, your products as well. What's your obsession with hats?
Oh, wow. So my first job was with a company called Headmasters. Headmasters is an umbrella to so many other headwear companies. So that was like my introduction to headwear. I worked there for I still work with them, but yeah.
You have a lot of jobs.
Yes.
For anyone since they aren't any jobs, must talk to her career.
Wow. But yeah, that's where my love for hats started, like properly. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question because it's not an obsession. I didn't know it looks like
I wanted to make it sound dramatic. It's not an obsession. It's
but
just,
I know I'm a hat girl.
You like hats, yeah.
If you need a hat plug, I'm the girl. Like any type of hat you need, I can hook you up with it.
Okay, so are you currently producing your own as well?
No, I'm not producing my own, but I am selling my own product. Yeah, of hats from my previous company.
Okay, so you are selling for them, basically.
Yes, they are my stockists.
Okay, so you're not sitting down designing them and
not there as yet.
As yet, okay.
Hopefully, in the future, something will happen.
Okay.
Hint, hint.
No, definitely do it. I mean, if it's something that you're very passionate about, then do it. Create different hats. Go wild with them and
passionate about so many things. I actually saw a TikTok yesterday that speaks on that, and I think I related to it so much. This lady was like, when people are trying to box you and you are just like, but guys.
I hate the whole like being boxed thing. It's something that I've also always struggled with, like how you need to go. Actually, there was when I was in my second year, I wanted to drop out of school because I hated the whole idea of we have to all do this whole thing of like
we choose
this and you're done. You're gonna be be a mechanic and just be that. You're not allowed. Like when now you're a mechanic and you do something different, people are like, hey, why are you doing this now? It's like, okay, but I want to do
this,
yeah. So I also am someone who has a lot of passions for different things, a lot of hobbies, a lot of, and I don't find there to be anything wrong. Obviously, we also have things that we depend on to put food on our table, but doesn't mean that now you have to stop trying out different things,
And then you are young. Try out as many things as you can. Explore. Like, the world is literally your oyster. At this age that I'm in, I feel like the world is my oyster. So I'm trying out different things. Well, maybe, not that I might stop, but there are things that I've had to put on hold because realistically, like if you have a lot of things, you don't focus fully on the things that you truly, truly want, right? Because you're distracted by so many things. So somehow, you do have to take a step back from certain things when you see, okay, it's not working out as much as I would love it to, or maybe I'll come back to it later. But for now, this is the pie
that you need to like push. I mean, also there's also certain things that are good for you financially, and there's just some things that you're passionate about doesn't even make you money, but you just enjoy doing. And also my thing that I've always had a problem with just choosing one path is that we go to school that teaches all of us the same things when we are all different.
Exactly.
To begin with. And then you stick to this one path that maybe was not even for you to begin with. But when you start doing different things, you actually get to discover what you were actually meant to do.
True. And when you think also of high school, so in my high school, in grade 10, I was put in a commerce class just based off my grade 9 and grade 8 results. And when I got there, I saw flames. I didn't have an interest in understanding what was going on. It was just not for me. And I spent my whole of grade 10 doing that. And then only in grade 11, I was like, actually, no,
this
guys.
This is not for you,
This is not for me. And thanks to my principal at the time, she was the one who was like, hey, man, you see how bad it is here. If you really want to go to varsity with these results, it's not making sense. How about you go into general subjects, your history, tourism, geography, and maths lit. And, in school, I don't know if it was just my school, but I think a lot of people can relate that in so many other schools in South Africa, it's like that. When you see him doing general subjects, they view you as
an idiot.
Damn. The B class. Like all the corrupt things. I would think that, you corrupt, you are not that smart because you're not doing physical science, which is not true. And I hope young people do watch my podcast. They do watch the podcast and they realize that it's not like that. Like so many people that actually did physical science did not even make it to varsity because they just wanted to pass at the time and you just get that 40. But that 40 is not what's gonna
get you into
I went into general subjects and I got there. My first test, I was the highest in the class. I was like,
Should have taken this a long time ago. Yeah.
I should have just been here. I would be taking all these awards. Like, why did I waste so much time?
Yeah, and that's how we go about life, you know. I honestly wish, especially with the education system, I wish we had more subjects.
Yeah.
And like have people have who work with their hands, have people who are more.
Because, people are not the same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because we're not the same. You imagine now you're there stuck in your physical science plan. Maybe you could have been the greatest soccer player of all time, you know, but you are there stuck in failing.
Yes.
You know?
And also, I think mostly parents as well. I think sometimes parents push you in a certain direction because they want to fulfill some of their dreams. But the most important thing is to actually look at your kid and look at what they're interested in, because you can tell from a very young age. Like my mom reminds me till today, Guti, when once upon a time you once said you want to be Miss World. You are not Miss World walking on a pageant, but you are Miss World in your own right with world, the things that you're doing. Yeah. And I'm like,
that's true.
Hey guys, I hope you're still enjoying the episode. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and do all the good YouTube stuff. But without wasting any time, let's get back to the video.
So we're going to play a quick game. It's a Would You Rather game. Your face right now. Okay. So first question. Would you rather have an infinite wealth but die after 5 years, or live forever but be broke with those forever?
See these questions. Box. Feeling box.
Feeling boxed, eh?
Yo. I don't like being broke. I'll feel depressed being broke. So I'll take that other one.
The 5 years one?
Yeah. Okay. Infinite wealth.
Yeah.
And then die after 5 years. Because at the end of the day, we're all gonna die.
Okay.
And in that 5 years, I can do so much. I can travel wherever. I can invest. I can give people money.
5 years
it's
a short time.
It's a short time, but I can try my best to do as much as I can. And then when I die, I'll leave a legacy.
Yeah, okay.
I will be at peace. I'll be okay. So for me.
Okay, eradicate world hunger in those 5 years.
With that money.
Okay.
Yes, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Second question is, would you rather wear the same clothes every day? So like a black suit or whatever, same clothes every day and smell good, or wear different clothes every day, all the clothes you want in the world, but smell really, really bad, smell like fish?
I would wear one outfit as long as
and not a nice outfit, like maybe like a black overall every day.
I'll make it look swaggy.
No,
but
you can't. That's it. You can't. That's the thing. You just need to. That's it. Like one.
Okay. This is tough.
Yeah, you can't exercise it. You can't do.
I'm O.
Yeah. Oh.
O.
What do you mean?
I'm in between.
Just choose one.
I still pick the first one because at least I'll smell good. Imagine now I
smell like fish.
But I smell like fish. No, I'll pick the first one. Fine.
I mean, the other one also has its advantage. Just don't be close to people. People must just talk to you from afar, but you look good.
It's true.
Okay. The last one is have access to every album before it comes out. I can, get to listen to every album before it releases, but lose the sense of taste. So you can't taste anymore. You can listen to every album, or lose your hearing, but be able to travel around the world and taste different foods.
What is the first one?
So have access to every album in the world, even the unreleased ones, and be able to listen to before.
I picked the second one. There's traveling inside. I picked the second one. We'll deal with the not being able to hear. It's fine, but as long as we'll speak sign language.
Okay. All right. No. That's the end of the game. Okay. Do you consider yourself a political warrior?
No, I don't consider myself a political warrior. I consider myself an international relations warrior.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means that I'm more concerned about the world and the globe as a whole rather than because, okay, there is still politics there, but like mostly focused on the humanitarian aspects of things rather than like your local politics and like this president and that president. And so I'm more for humanity, like I'm for the people. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure the presidents also think
it does make sense, especially with, what you do. It does, align to, for people, actually, I didn't ask you this in the beginning. We spoke about it, but we didn't film it. What do you actually do? Like, what's your day-to-day?
Right now, I am working as a junior digital and communications assistant at UNESCO. The regional office, so East and Southern Africa. And what we work on is basically, we've seen the stats of HIV, STIs, early unintended pregnancies. We've also seen gender-based violence rising to its peak amongst adolescent young people. And I emphasize on amongst adolescent young people because that's my area of work. So what we do is we find digital ways to get information to young people about those things and how they can eradicate them, how can they access health services. It's more based on information. We work with the Department of Education on a local level to find solutions that can, help eradicate those issues and make sure that like young kids not young kids, but young adolescents, adolescent young people don't keep on going through the same cycle of HIV and AIDS and teenage pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know you're not voting for ANC. Or are you still?
I can't answer those questions. Next. I can't answer anything political.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of work.
Because of work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The reason why I wanted to ask you that is that, but I can't ask you that anymore as well.
Yes, it's off the list. Anything political?
I can't ask you that.
Ask
okay. Me. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna insert cricket sounds just now. Okay, all right. But who inspires you? Like, who are like people that you look up to? Like when you eventually got to where you are right now to say like, okay, I'm doing A, B, and C. I am who I am because I've seen A, B, and C people.
There's a lot of people that inspire me. My mom is number one on the list. My mom inspires me so much. She's been through a lot.
Sure.
But she has this resilience in her and this power in her that makes her, continue living and, give us the best, be the best mom. She doesn't project her, things that happen to her onto us, which I have learned that it's like such a beautiful thing. So my mom is one of the people. And then if we're looking at celebrities, it's tricky. But
I'm also one of those celebrities.
You're one of those celebrities. I'll also mention my mentor, Cheryl Shabane. She's a director of a shelter in Yeoville. It's called Frida Hartley Shelter for Women and Children. So it shelters women who have been through gender-based violence, who don't have a shelter, lost a job, and their kids as well. So, yeah, she also inspires me. And then there's also Amani. Amani is like my mentor as well. There's quite a lot of people I will mention. So, Amina, Ali, also love her. Then there is Nomza Mumbata.
She's dope.
Yeah, I just don't know. I feel like I connect with her like that. She follows me, by the way. So yeah, yes. Yeah. So yeah, she's like one celebrity that I really like. Then the list goes on and on and on and on, and all the people in my workplace inspire me as well. You know, I work amongst professionals and doctors and professors, so they also inspire me, you know, to continue with my studies and want more for myself. So I would say, yeah, and the world in general, the good, the bad.
Okay. All right. So you've imparted so many things today, but I just want you to just like, you know, your last thoughts. What do you want to leave for my people watching and, you know?
So my last words, my last thoughts on this podcast would be to work on yourself, you know, to work on yourself, because it might not make sense right now why you're doing all the things you're doing. You're working hard, you're networking, you're going to the gym. But one day you will appreciate the fact that you actually did the work and you invested in yourself. Because I sit sometimes within the gym space and I talk to, you know, other women and other older people, and they always like, oh my gosh, I wish I worked out earlier. You know, Abanye, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't get married so early. So all the things that you know you could be rushing for, you feel like they're late. They are not late. They are just, you know, they delayed on purpose, right? So that you can be doing the work for what is really required of you, of your purpose. So work on yourself, take care of yourself, make healthy decisions, make decisions that you will appreciate 5 years from now. Would say, oh, thank God I made that decision. Right? So I think I've said a lot.
Yeah, you've said quite a lot. Like I think people watching this, they'll get different nuggets throughout the whole
I have
interview.
A lot of wisdom, though.
Yeah, you really do, eh? Yeah, you really do. I mean, I was expecting it, but seeing it and hearing it, it's quite, you know, amazing. And yeah, also just yourself as well. You have a very, I don't want to say free spirit, but you have a very like welcoming personality, which is great for like interacting with people and leaving a long lasting impression. Like, oh, I saw Zoleka and this is how she was from, you know. So I think if you keep that up and shoot for the stars, you know. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. There's nothing much I can say, but
thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yes.